Hello everyone and welcome to episode 30 of Form Guru series by MakeForms. I am Pratik, founder of MakeForms, and today we are going to take a look at the logical conditions inside MakeForms. As you all know, this week it's going to be much about uh, the logical conditions, and like we are going to see different types of logics that you can use within MakeForms. So in the last episode, we saw that how we can create an inquiry form wherein if the user selects a country, so based on the country, we will be routing them to different sections in the step form. So what we did last time was that the user, if they exist from the USA, then only they can fill the form, or else they cannot fill the form. So now we'll go one step down and see what all other logical conditions do we have. Okay, so now let's see the other type of conditions that we have. So let's say I would write full name. So full name is technically an input field. So here we have all these different kind of options like equals, it does not equal, starts with, does not start with, ends with, does not end with, is empty, if it's filled, contains, does not contain. So what we'll do that this is not much that we can do right now. So I'm going to say that if the name is equals to Pratik, then show the email address field. Okay, so and here you can compare the value and you can decide if you want to check the case sensitivity or not. If you take on case insensitive, then whether I type Pratik as small p Ratik or I type it as Pratik or in any ways, it will not take into consideration the case of that input. Okay, so what I want to do is that if the first name is equals to Pratik, then only I want to show the address field and the email address field and the phone number. Okay, now let's go in and check it out ourselves. So I'll republish the form and let's see this. First we'll select USA. So right now you can see that all the other options are not there. So I'm entering Pratik and you can see that all of them appear. Now let's say if we want to do it this way, wherein I'm sorry, I'm little bit under the weather today, so excuse me if I'm not that good today. So let's say I want to have not equals is again similar. It if it's not equal to Pratik, then it will execute the condition. But let's say I want to start it with Pratik, so I can enter anything in at the end like my full name, Pratik Gela. So this is the start with. I'm going to republish this and we'll see this again. While I'm doing those logical conditions, there is going to be a lot of republishing the form because I'm showing you each and every logical option. Okay, so now I enter Pratik. So even if I write anything Pratik Gela, we have another person called Pratik Gadge. So you can see that now it really checks only if it starts with Pratik. Similarly, you have the not starts with. So any if we do not starts with, then anything that is not starting with Pratik will show up. Similarly, we have ends with, and let's say if it's empty. Okay, so I'm not going into deep into all these things because these are pretty self-explanatory. So if let's say if the full name is empty, then or else let's say if the full name is filled, then only show these fields. Okay, so I'm going to save this. Now let's refresh it again and let's select USA next. So you can see that right now all the fields are closed, but as soon as I enter something, let's say I would enter Chintan. So as soon as I enter a value, it sees that okay, this field is not empty. So now let's show all the other fields. So you have seen this many a times, right? That uh, first you just have one field, then as soon as you start typing, the other fields open up. So this is how you can use the empty or filled options to achieve this functionality. Similarly, you have contains. So the contains is like you can have it anywhere. So let's say I would write in Gala, and I will have it case insensitive. So now, irrespective of whether my last name comes in between or and or whenever, but if my this Gala field comes in anywhere, the field will be shown. So you can see that okay, I think the page is not published. So you can see I'm writing Pratik, it's not coming up. I'm writing Gala, and as soon as this word comes in, and now it really does not matter but what I write before or after. But since this field contains Gala, and now if I remove this, the fields will be hidden. So this is how you use the contains uh, option, and does not contain is completely reversed to that. So I'm not going to show that. So this is how you have the options for input. Now let's say you have email address. So email address has the similar options. Okay. Now for phone number, there are different things like if the country code is equals to what is the country code, then if country code is not equals to, then if the phone number is equals to, if the phone number starts with, ends with, if the phone number is empty, is filled. So again, very much similar to the input field, but it has some different options. Again, do try it out yourself. If you feel that, like if you need more help, please let me know. Please give me a use case, and I will try to create a video around that use case. Okay, so now what we will do is that they will just add one more radio field. So let's say we'll write this thing as my billing address. Okay. I will add another radio field just after this, and I will write is the billing address similar to the is the shipping address similar to the billing address. And here we'll have two options, yes and no. And I'm going to spread this to column. Now I will add another field, an address field just after that. Now, what I really want to do is that if the person says that yes, my shipping address is similar to the billing address, then we will copy the billing address and paste it inside the shipping address. So now let's see how to do that. For now, I'm going to delete this logic because it's not making much of a sense. Now let's create a new option which says shipping address equals to billing address. Okay, that's our logic name. Now I will go here and select is the shipping address similar to the billing address? Contains any value? Yes. Then I will do two things. Number one, I'm going to disable the field which is the shipping address because what we want to do is that we don't want the user to be able to edit the address. And I will add one more action which is change the value of shipping address, and over here what we will say is that compare with another field which is our billing address. So what this does now is that it first of all it will, and again like you can rechange the order. So let's say if you want to change the value of shipping address, compare with another field billing address, and then you want to disable the shipping address, completely fine, you can do that. And if uh, this does not match, then what we will do is that first of all we will enable the field which is our shipping address. Then we will change the value of shipping address and we'll add a simple space. So the shipping address will be, the shipping address will now be empty. So let's check this out. I'll republish the form. Okay, now our form is republished. I'm going to refresh this. I'm going to do a hard refresh because the cache needs to be cleared. Okay. So I will add an address. I'll say Thane, India, which is where our office is. I will select yes. So now you can see that the Thane, India is copied into the shipping address and I cannot edit it. Like I'm trying my best, but I cannot. As soon as I select no, this thing is empty. So this is how, and what I will also do is I will enter our, so you can see that the address is copied. So this is how you can create, like these kind of conditions and you can play around with the system. I will take just one more option and then we will, like just end this. So let's try to do something different. Okay. Now, what we will do is that if some, what I want to do is that I want to, based on the option, let's say we'll add one more option, radio, which says, do you have an email address which is operational? Or else let's do this. Will you like to register your mobile number? Now, if the person says yes, I would like to register my mobile number, you can see that right now the phone number is not required. So what we will do is that if he says yes, we will just ensure that the phone number is changed to required and the user has to enter their mobile number. So I will say enforce mobile number. And here I would say, will you like to register your mobile number? Value is equals to yes. Then make fields required. Which one? The phone number. And if it's not, then make fields unrequired phone number. And I will save this. Now we'll again republish this form. And I will just open it in a new tab. USA, next. So right now you can see that the phone number is not required. I would say yes, and the phone number is required. I'll try to submit. It says, please fill out this field. I will select no. I will try to submit. The form gets submitted. The form did get submit because we did not have any of the required fields. So this is episode 30 and day 2 of our logical conditions inside MakeForms. Again, I would request you to please be a little proactive. Talk to us, write us in comments as to what you're looking for, because the more you let us know about your requirements, we will be able to shape this entire journey of Form Guru towards that direction. Again, please like, share, subscribe, so like to take our mission of empowering people who want to create forms to the next level. And I would again tell you that if you want to be a form master, if you want to be a person who excels in form, and if even if you're not using MakeForms, please subscribe to the Form Guru series, because our mission is to empower you to create any level of form that you may want to. That's it, guys. Signing off today. Pratik here from MakeForms. Bye bye.